Hello and a very warm welcome to the Repton Sports Centre in Derby for live coverage of the National Futsal Series Grand Finals weekend with some National Futsal League and plenty of National Futsal Youth Cup action thrown in as well. It's a marathon weekend of futsal action with 12 games today alone, and we can't wait to bring it to you all here live on TNT Sports. Well, good morning, I'm Isaac Barrington. We start this morning with the first semi-final of the Under-14 Boys National Youth Futsal Cup. Wixams Wanderers and Spennymore Town going head-to-head for a place in the final later today. And joining me alongside to take you through this first game this morning, the Oxford University women's futsal coach, Louis Melville. Louis, great to see you again. What an excellent weekend of National Futsal Finals this promises to be.
Yeah, good morning everyone. As you said, Isaac, this venue here, Repton, it's been beautifully dressed for the weekend, and we've got some very excited under 14-year-olds. I think they've been out on the court for a good 45 minutes. Let's hopefully they don't wear themselves out before the game actually starts.
Yeah, well, we are not long away from getting this one underway now. Kick-off scheduled for just over 3 minutes' time. We are just awaiting the arrival of the two teams here. But yeah, later today we'll have a couple of under-14 boys exhibition games with the City of Peterborough team here to play both of the losing semi-finalists. Following that, we'll bring you the under-14 boys final before we move on to the under-14 girls later in a similar sort of format. And then later today, the under-16 girls and boys finals before the NFL men's final later with South London Inspire and Eagle Team UK Hall here. So there's plenty of teams, isn't there, Louis, here taking to the court today, and so much excitement, such a good feel-good factor about the weekend ahead as well.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic for all these young teams, the 14s and the 16s you've mentioned this afternoon. I'm expecting two competitive under-16 finals, and you know, this is a huge stage for these young players to come on and deal with it and try and play their best futsal in front of a watching TV audience.
Yeah, well, the winner of this game will, of course, play the winner of the second semi-final today, which will be competed just following this one. PSA Futsal up against BRS Coaching Futsal later. And I should tell you as well that these under-14 games are shorter in format, 10 minutes each way, and that's a rolling clock. And then should we be level at the end of the 20-minute period, then we would have extra time with 2 minutes each way before a potential penalty shootout. So shorter games for the under-14 format, both the boys and the girls, before we'll move to the full regular 20-minute per half stop clock games with the under-16s later. And of course the men's NFL final, which will follow. But what do you think will be going through the minds, Louis, of these young players at the moment then in front of the TV cameras? It's a big occasion for them, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one of the big things or challenges for the coaches is just to try and control that energy, and for the teams to try and settle down and play the futsal that's got them this far. Both teams were successful in winning their groups to get here to Repton to this stage. So I think it'll just try and play your normal game, play the games in front of you. It's very easy to try and say forget what's the occasion, because this is huge. Many of them would have not played on a stage like this. So I think just try and settle your game down and get going.
Yeah, just a couple of minutes until kick-off between Wixams Wanderers from Bedford and Spennymore Town Youth, both here competing early morning, as we'll be live with you throughout the course of all of today, right up until around 8:45 this evening, in actual fact, to take you through this marathon day of futsal finals action.
Yeah, I hope you've brought snacks, Isaac, because it is a long day, but it's going to be a great day. There's just going to be so much high-quality futsal, and it was quite interesting, the two teams there while they were waiting. Spennymore sat on their benches just staying calm, but I think the Wixams team just couldn't control themselves out on the court, but I think we're good to go.
Yeah, we're just about to get underway. I'll run you through the two team lineups just as we do get underway. For Wixam Wanderers, they have Daniel Teacher, David Chigoze, Jackson Barney, Austin Ball and George Stevens as their starting five here, with substitutes Jamie Henry, Mally Douglas and Teddy Walker. As for Spennymore Town, they have Lewis Pentiand, Charlie Stoker, Will Ho, Harry Huggins and Max Naylor. And substitutes for them are Nathan Steele, Will Ramsey and Charlie Dolan. As we just get underway now with Spennymore Town in the black and white, as they play from left to right as we look at things here at Repton in the first half. So rolling clock, 10 minutes each way, remember. As that one clips the outside of the post early on. And runs out of the play for the first kicking of the day.
Yeah, it's quite interesting there. Harry Huggins, the number 5 for Spennymore, managed to get an early shot off there, and it looked quite a powerful shot, so I'm sure Wixams will be looking to stop him getting shots off.
So kicking then here for Spennymore. From the right side, it's going to be taken here by Charlie Stoker, their number 24. In court to Max Naylor, advancing forward down wide right. And it's out of play again for a corner this time. Marking almost man-to-man there with the Wixams defence. Unorthodox. Long forward there for Wixham as they enter the attacking half for the first time, and it's back in the possession of Spennymore. But we're expecting these early under-14 games, Louis, to go by fairly quickly with the rolling clock.
Yeah, so we were talking just before the game about first goal influence, but in these type of games the first goal is quite important because of the running clock.
In court there to Max Naylor, the number 10 for Spennymore, but it's here with Wixams now. Forward towards the edge of the penalty area, and getting the shot away was Jamie Henry. And a good challenge from Chigoze mid-court. And the pass from Huggins couldn't find a teammate.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, Spennymore going with quite a high press, but the press breaker there would just go long.
And Stevens looking to cut inside perhaps onto that right foot. Interesting start though, fairly even really. Forward to Chigoze, who wants it back here, but the direct shot on goal, forcing the save from the Spennymore keeper in actual fact.
Yeah, that was really well worked there from Wixams. They managed to move Spennymore across the court, and the quick 1-2.
Yeah, Lewis Pentiand in goal for Spennymore. Called into action there. Is there an opportunity for Spennymore themselves? There nearly was. Chigoze, is he fouled there? He is. Inside the centre circle. First foul of the day, and the free kick is taken very quickly. It's worth noting as well that 10 minutes rolling clock each way means an adjustment to the 5-foul rule. It's the 3-foul rule here in the under-14s age group. So any foul half after the third will result in a 10-metre penalty. There's an important block there for Wixams as well. And for the kick-in, which again was taken quickly back to Stoker. But there's certainly an urgency to get on with the game with this rolling clock. Howe gives that one away to David Chigoze, but he's lost out now. And there's a shooting chance for Spennymore, just forced wide though there, Charlie Stoker. Still it might be on, and the effort in the end was always rising wayward of the target from Harry Huggins. Down the other end, it's neatly taken down by Austin Ball. Keeps it in play as well. Tried to get past the first challenge of Howe, but couldn't. Nearly midway through this first half, but here on the attack of Spennymore. Will we get the breakthrough goal? Stoker, there's no route through for him that time. Naylor. Cleared up to Ball. Lost control of the ball though, and the effort was a comfortable save really in the end for the Wixams goalkeeper Daniel Teacher.
Yeah, this has developed into quite a frantic start, Isaac. The ball, a lot of transitions at the moment. Trying to play the wall pass back in court there, and they might be through here. Spennymore, the chance on goal. It's a good save again from Teacher, who's able to collect at the second time of asking. And there's a player free down court here. It's Austin Ball, and a good save from Pentiand. Yeah, both goalkeepers coming to the fore there with some very good saves.
There's the replay of the opportunity. There's another chance there for Wixams as the play continued, and well, as you say, Louis, very lively, isn't it, these opening exchanges, end to end at times.
Yeah, we saw that shot there from Harry Huggins. Probably if it had gone high, would have beaten the keeper.
they get the shot away? There they can. It was Max Naylor, but just a whisker wide of the target.
Yeah, both sides having good opportunities, Isaac, in these opening 5.5 minutes. Just a little bit more composure in front of the goal and we may see a breakthrough.
Yeah, 4.5 minutes left to play until half-time, and it will be a very quick turnaround at half-time as well, we understand. Chigoze there backtracking, and it's out for the Wixams kick-in.
As you mentioned, apart from a couple of amendments, they're playing the full rules.
Firm challenge there, but the ball's been won back by Huggins only momentarily, and Wixams will advance with number 8 again, Austin Ball, who's been very much involved so far. Good goalkeeping to judge that one right, had to be judged correctly and was. There's Chigoze trying to weave a route through, and he has here. David Chigoze across to Austin Ball, and there's the opening goal for Wixams Wanderers. 1-0, and Austin Ball the man to score it.
Yeah, you mentioned Austin Ball literally a minute ago there, and he just showed what an influence he is in the game. Some great work on the right wing there to spot him, and then a really composed finish.
Yeah, good finish from the young man into the bottom corner. Goalkeeper Pentiand, who's made a few saves in this one so far, but couldn't keep that one out. And it's Wixams Wanderers who are a goal up here. First of plenty, I'm sure, today. Douglas trying to return it back there to George Stevens. Now can Spennymore counter on the transition. Couldn't make anything of it though in the end. Naylor. Kicking taken forward down the line there to the goal scorer. Ball. He then takes the kick in himself, but that one's going to be overturned. Taken illegally, rolling onto the court. Referee Duncan Kings was right on top of it. Howe. Cut out there by Chigoze.
Yeah, that's some really good play there from Howard, having the confidence to dribble out in that situation.
Here's Ball again. Forward down the left wing, but only into the side netting at the near post, but threatening again there, Austin Ball.
Yeah, he looks more than useful, Austin Ball. He's very tricky on the ball, he's confident, wants the ball, not afraid of it.
Goalkeeper again judging that one well, Daniel Teacher, but he's outside the penalty area and he judged it well to begin with, but certainly not in the aftermath.
I think he just lost his bearings there. As you say, he made the first interception, but then, as we see, the ball just ran out, and I think he just really lost his bearings. But a really promising situation here, and you'd think Harry Huggins, with the previous shots he's taken, is going to be a real force.
Taken sideways in the end, and the effort on goal from Huggins in the aftermath was not troublesome though for the goalkeeper, but certainly got away with one there, Wixams. Long from Teacher, dishing that one long. Here's George Stevens. It will be a kick in here for Spennymore as we move into the final minute of the first half. Wixams Wanderers leading by 1-0 in this National Youth Futsal Cup Under-14 Boys semi-final.
Yeah, the way they've set them up here, Wixams, they're going with the 2-2 long into the 2 wide players.
All the way back to Teacher. Long forward first time, met well in the air though. Now is there a chance here for Chigoze? Good save from Lewis Pentiand in the Spennymore Town goal.
It was an excellent save, but they just switched off their Spennymore and almost made to be punished.
Yeah, goalkeeper to the rescue, as shown there on the replay. And that's going to be that for half-time, which has quickly put a halt to a potential second goal as well there, as George Stevens was closing in one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but the half-time buzzer sounds. It's going to be a quick turnaround here at half-time. with the two teams set to swap benches, but 1-0 to Wixams Wanderers then. Austin Ball, the goal scorer in that first 10-minute period. Half-time, Louis, what have you made of that opening 10 minutes?
Well, it has been quite a frantic game, but I think that's a feature of when we played 10 minutes each way running clock, that the players always have an eye on the clock and they'll want to do things a lot more quicker than they possibly would in the more traditional stop clock game. But both teams have had some good chances. This is a very, very good effort there from Huggins and an equally good save. See from the angle there, decided to go low. I think the top right would have been the favourite, but then the counter-attack came.
Yeah, it was very frantic, wasn't it? End-to-end transitional, as the highlights just play through here at half-time as well. But the two teams are making their way back out onto the court. This was the goal, the moment that mattered in that first half. Austin Ball with the finish there.
Yeah, he just set himself really well there, didn't panic, just set the keeper, and then a really well disguised finish there. And as you say, Wixham find themselves 1-0 up at half-time.
Yeah, still very much all to play for in this second half. The winner of this game will face the winner of PSA Futsal versus BRS Coaching Futsal in the second semi-final. This the effort on target towards the end of that first half, and a good save from the goalkeeper to keep the scoreline at just 1 there. But half-time then, and 1-0 to Wixams Wanderers. But it still promises to be an entertaining second half, because as we've seen in that first half, plenty of opportunities, and you expect it to carry on that way, really, Louis.
Yeah, the way the game's set up now with Wixams 1-0 up, the biggest opponent for Spennymore will be the clock, because I'm sure as it rolls down, the less time they have and they haven't scored, it will go much more direct and trying to get into the pivot of a set and a shot.
So just to get back underway here at the start of the second half, Spennymore, of course, now hoping that the chances are to be created down to the left of the court as we look at things. Here's Ball. Can he work his magic in the attacking third again? Back instead to Chigozi. Passed the first challenge with ease, and the second managed to get the shot away, but just comfortable really for Pentian. A couple of step overs from George Stevens. Goes to ground, and referee Duncan Kings blows his whistle for a foul. In a good position as well, this free kick to follow.
Yeah, absolutely. And that Chigozi, he's definitely grown into this game from the start. He's looking more and more of a threat, and you saw that little turn and shot.
It will be a direct shot on goal, which has hit the post. Look to catch the goalkeeper out with a little bit of disguise. Now maybe an opportunity down the other way on the transition, and again the goalkeeper's out of his box. I think he's out of the penalty area. It's twice now that the keeper's been caught out with that. And the yellow card shown to goalkeeper Dan Teacher.
Yeah, I think Duncan gave him the benefit of the doubt on the first one, but I think he had no alternative there but to show the yellow card, and you'd rather think this time it's going to be a shot from Harry Huggins. He has got a powerful shot from what we've seen so far.
Well, could this be the route to the equalising goal then for Spennymore Town? It is Harry Huggins who here looks most likely to strike it. Two players aligned centrally. Huggins goes for goal and able to find the back of the net. There was the space left for him, and that time Wixams certainly don't get away with the goalkeeping error. 1-1.
Yeah, there was a big gap on the left-hand side there set up for him, and he took full advantage of it.
Yeah, certainly space which was there to be exploited. It was. And Spennymore Town are back on level terms. There's Nathan Steele. Charlie Dolan on the turn. Tried to offload to the right. Now Steele again picks up centre court. Takes it on towards his right foot, but seemed to want to keep it on his left there. Referee just ushering the Wixams defender back the required distance. As the goal scorer, Hoggins, couldn't make anything of it on that occasion. Chigozie. Advancing forward here, down wide right, Chigozie! Excellent goal from David Chigozie to give Wixams their lead back, 2-1.
What an individual goal from Chigozie. Real power there, he got the ball out, and I must admit I thought he was second favourite there, but his power, and as we see him go past there, and then a really good finish.
Another effort on goal, that time from Stevens, but it was well held on to by Pentian. One each on the second half fouls. Dolan. So now, with it all to do again, Spennymore got to find another equaliser. Ensure that they stay solid defensively as well. Good challenge from Hoggins. The player's still down at the moment, but the game goes on, and it's a comfortable collection for Teacher on that occasion. It was Austin Ball who was down, but back to his feet quickly and back involved in the play again. A couple of step overs, and nice shot on goal too. Did well there to create the shooting opportunity there, George Stevens. Well met by Chigozie. Both sides asking for it. The decision is favourable for Spennymore.
Yeah, Wixams, although they're the slightly smaller side, they're not afraid of the 1v1s on the wing, and we're seeing this goal again from Chigozie, and it was a really powerful run, really impressive finish.
Kicking taken back to Teacher outside of his penalty area, but sending it long with his feet that time. Teacher will do so again from the kick in. Bounces through though to Pentian. Long throw out will reach the opposite keeper, but he took no chances on that occasion and just cleared long. It's well cut out by Harry Huggins. Barnett with the kick in, forward to Stevens. Barnett again goes for goal and just cut across it too much.
Yeah, the tempo of the game in the first half of this second half has been really good, but we're into 4.5 minutes, and now I really expect the game to pick up and get more frantic again as Spennymore chase the equaliser.
Swept forward that time by Teacher. Now Stevens on the overlapping run is Barnett. Kept it in play to begin with, and for his good work in doing so, gets the corner. Barnett's corner, which was taken directly into a dangerous area, and that's a foul as the Spennymore man was sent into the advertising boards.
Yeah, that was a really clever step over from that corner there, and just no one on the second post. But I'm really liking how Wixams play their combination play on the wings, how they're combining and getting around this Spennymore team. It's been excellent.
Long forward from Pentian, but all the way through to Teacher. Again, the goalkeeper will take the kick in. Pentian that time trying to pick out Nathan Steele. It's end-to-end goalkeeper to goalkeeper at the moment.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be a feature of this last 3 minutes now.
Spennymore again looking to go direct. Good footwork that time from Steele. Can go back to the goalkeeper and cleared in the end from Pentian. It's the feet of Jackson Barnett, but he's been dispossessed. Final 2.5 minutes. Still Wixams with this slender, but nonetheless an advantage. They might add to it now. There's the chance in front of goal for George Stevens.
Yeah, that was a great opportunity there, just over rotated on the shot.
Stevens will cut that one back. Thought he was going to go for goal again. Tried to pick out his teammate to the left, instead Jackson Barnett.
It was a clever little cutback though.
Yeah, just a little bit too far behind him in the end, but you can certainly see the intention. Here's Stevens, Barnett to the left again. Picks the pass to the right that time, and it's a good textbook stop again from Pentian. Good technique to deny Chigoze. But it's his goal that separates the teams really at this stage. Chigoze. Involved again at the moment. Teddy Walker with the final touch to try to take that kick in quickly. Didn't work out how they wanted. Anyhow, for Spennymore, and referee Ian Vaines wants a word there with Max Naylor as well.
With just over a minute to go, Wixams will definitely be looking to manage the clock here and try and see this out now.
Yeah, well, they don't need to go on and score again, do they? If they can see this final minute out without conceding, then they'll put their place in the final later. And they want the ball back to see it out, but they will look to score again, and it's right against the crossbar. Nearly right into the top corner there from the right foot of Teddy Walker. Will there be one last chance? It's going to have to be created quickly if there is to be a last gasp opportunity, and indeed the free kick here will eat away at a few more precious seconds for Wixams. That's the replay of the effort on goal. Steele. Can they create one final shooting chance? They might do here. Oh, it's just too far ahead of the teammate to the right. It was Max Naylor who was waiting for it. Yeah, that was the moment, wasn't it, Louis?
They did brilliantly on that left-hand side, but just couldn't get on the end of it.
And that's that. The final buzzer sounds to book Wixams Wanderers their place in the boys under-14 National Youth Cup final. 2-1 winners here. They've beaten Spennymore Town with goals from Austin Ball before half-time and Chigoze in the second half after an equaliser from a free kick from Harry Huggins. But it's Wixam Wanderers who progress through to the national final then, Louis, and they'll be delighted with that, won't they? Particularly given the chances that Spennymore created, and that last gap opportunity could have been extra time at this stage, but for Spennymore Town it's just not to be today.
Yeah, I think Wixam actually played the game, or Wixam, sorry, played the game really well there. They took their opportunity when they came along and they defended well, and Spennymore obviously had that last opportunity there, but I think Wixams did really well against a well-drilled Spennymore team. So I think Wixams will definitely be a threat in the final.
Yeah, well, the second semi-final will be coming up shortly, just as we show you the highlights from the second half. Of course, that Harry Huggins goal from the free kick got Spennymore back on level terms, and things perhaps looked up for them then. But this was an excellent goal from Chigoze. Look at that.
I mean, that's not just sheer power, that's his ability to screen the ball. And we see here, he looks up and then goes past, just absolutely accelerates past two players. Looking at the goalkeeper, where can I put this? And right between the goalkeeper, and that's the goal that took them through to the final.
Yeah, PSA Futsal up against BRS Coaching in the second semi-final. That's coming up very shortly. Just over 6 minutes time now, we'll be getting that one underway in actual fact, so it's a very quick turnaround, but it's Wixams Wanderers who are the first team here to confirm their place in the national final for the under-14 boys National Youth Cup competition. Congratulations to them, and it's commiserations to Spennymore, who will still have another game here, an exhibition game against the City of Peterborough team to follow later as well. That one will be a 10:30 kick-off time, so still another game to come today for Spennymore, but it's not the one which they'd hoped for as the highlights continue to play, and that was the moment, wasn't it? The late opportunity for Spennymore, but it wasn't to be for them, and it has